in the making, yeah, feels good, don't it? Feels good, don't it? The one and only.
A year and a half of hard graft. When I look back, everything's changed, but the names on the passports and the aim remains the same. Create flames on the industry's terrain. We're a task force bringing the heat. Written in the street on the concrete of Seabury Heights, where our little bare feet crossed paths for the first time. But we never could have told we'd be intertwined. Whack the level up a notch. Remember when we used to cop gobstoppers in the handy pop at 20 cent a pop? Now the city separates where we climbed into the cock, but the connection never separated. Further that we got, gonna be murder when we drop. Had it since we're kids, got it nurtured in spells. Now we're at the age that we're sure of ourselves. I took to music like a serpent to hell, and then I gave up. I think I ran out of steam 5 years ago, chasing a dream. Barriers built with sarcastic, abusive applause, broken down when I scoped how elusive it was. My ability unquestionably evident, it's never been a root of the cause. I need somebody there, producing the loops, manning the boards, didn't realise how crucial it was. That's what Taff came back with filthy beats. Took a written off rapper and rebuilt a beast. Got the best out of the kid like a filter sheet. When I was weak he never let me admit defeat. Strategic, seamless, kid, the beats are demons. Take a leaf out of our book but you probably couldn't read it. Egypt speak when it's convenient, while genius waits and bides time. Retweet the line. Red raw like a carcass, hanging in the back of the butchers. Lifeless, limbless, cold to the touch, ready to be cooked and pummeled into our stomachs. Sustenance, we exchanged it for currency, and I needed to nourish me. Busy bee feeding hurriedly on the go, fast food on the grow. Worryingly healthy, eating is slow, so we forego. Preferring the gorge, never think about meat or its source, or the course that we're taking could contradict heavily with health retention. Homegrown livestock, the crops that we stock in our shops, should be nothing but the top of the top. We should be self-sustaining, wealth-generating, not emigrating. Growing and building, we import our food, export our children. No wonder that there's global smolder, but we don't even look after our local grocer. I'm carrying it all on my shoulder, vocal soldier with a card saying organ donor, man. Memoirs of a fly on the wall, in its purest form. I spy to enlighten them all. Don't misunderstand, we vacate, lay waste to the fat of the land. I sat back and I looked, the rat pack are corrupt. Fat cats with a backpack of opium dust. Mad stacks, tax openly flush, controlling gold and petroleum pumps. I don't do politics, I don't see the point. Register the vote, but I don't know hope. Poking holes in the sentences and quotes that they're peddling, meddling, collecting our votes. We're irrelevant Joe soaps, not especially prized. The decibels you vocalize echo the silence. Fellas wrestle with violence, conceptual dreamers turn eventual migrants, cause the grass is always greener on the other side. Only coming back when our mother's eyes, looking at the ducts in my mother's eyes, contracting, trying to stop the tears flowing. Is she overreacting? She used to help me with fractions, kept the cash flowing for my education, layered foundations. Looking back at snaps of my confirmation, now I'm off down under is the destination, staring at my uncle like a premature reincarnation. I'm 80s bred and he 80s fled on a trip without an expiration, and he's gone, man. Memoirs of a fly on the wall, in its purest form, I spied who will light them all. Don't misunderstand, we vacate, lay waste to the fall of the land. I sat back and I looked, a rat pack of corrupt fat cats with a backpack of opium dust, mad stacks, tax overly flush, controlling gold and petroleum pumps. I wrote this on a bus in the town, mid-June it was bucketing down. Silence on the top floor, by the rustling sound of the shopping bags. Lots of lads licking cans after popping tags. I've seen them look at the ground, suited up professional cynics. But not a look for that muddled reflection in a mud puddle, then acknowledge the methadone clinic on the left, cause they're fed at home deaf to the undertone. To see is to believe. Perception is a light beam, illuminating from the ocular to the pockets of the brain where it calculates sonics of the cochlea. That's how thoughts kick off, and ideas occur. So the lids to your blinkers are the keys to the fuse box, and people turn the light off like a flick of a switch and go asleep to the world around them, ignorant to their true surroundings. I guess I'm still afraid of the dark, I'll never mend that. I'll attempt to comprehend until the end. Memoirs of a fly on the wall, in its purest form, I spied who will light them all. Don't misunderstand, we vacate, lay waste to the fall of the land. I sat back and I looked, a rat pack of corrupt fat cats with a backpack of opium dust, mad stacks, tax overly flush, controlling gold and petroleum pumps.
Those of the reality have lost their way. Now they must listen to what myth has to say. You might call me a catalyst. A catalyst changes everything, but it remains unchanged.
3 stripes on the side of my kicks, where there used to be a night tick. Nightly I'll switch, I know it's wrong, cause the label's got the third world tight in the grip. Cheap shifts make corporates rich. Little kids, fingers bleeding, weaving seams on the Air Max Classics. Packed factories, casing them up, but I never spare a thought when I'm lacing them up. I'd rather aggravate the problem than be labelled a scruff. Sentiments, never a mention when I'm scanning a rack where the threads hang, or the double bubble hang parallel to the back. I'll keep emotion intact, I'll keep it subtle, keep it all in perspective. If we're acting on the knowledge collective, your moves are affected, get reckless, dank depressive. Like something glum, I'm looking out for #1 and having fun, son. If I could hit the notes, I'd sing a song of the quote. So cold it would make me famous. Alpha New, we're open, we're looking at Jupiter's moons from a Georgiel doodle and pavements. Evergreen in the scene, so I project that. Somebody harder than we, and I respect that. I keep the club so fresh, staying on to the deck, we roll over. 2 cigarette butts on my lunch and 40 minutes to munch and get that nicotine buzz circulating in the depth of my lungs. Credit crunch got the banks with their cacks in a bunch, and value-added tax skyrockets on tobacco consumption. They justify that by implying it could stop the nippers puffing away. I guess they might have half a legitimate case, but if you wanna look past, it's a masterstroke. Damn straight, it's a dangerous substance. Lungs rot till they fail to function, but the fact is cigarettes are inelastic. Same fiends still ripping the plastic, regardless of how many notes they have to part with to feel lethargic. I love John Player even if it's retarded, and it has me broke. I keep sparking, beer garden, whipping out a carton. If I could hit the notes, I'd sing a song of the quote. So cold it would make me famous. Alpha New, we're open, we're looking at Jupiter's moons from a Georgiel doodle and pavements. Evergreen in the scene, so I project that. Somebody harder than we, and I respect that. I keep the club so fresh, staying on to the deck, we roll over. 20 bottles of beer in the basket, 20 bottles of beer until the thing's jam-packed, and I can't even fit a pack of snacks in the basket. 20 long neck chats in my belly, no giraffe, till it's easier to laugh, but the conversation's harder to grasp. Insecurities might have you with your face in a mask, but you give over. It's not the 31st of October, get yourself in the pullover. Show us your teeth, I wanna see you looking less incomplete. We're all a different level of freak. Hop, skip on the beat. Every fella's unique and every woman has a bespoke draw. If your fella is a creep, what you need him for? Just to leave him love, don't let him speak no more. Get out the door and get better, get better, hey, better, get better. If I could hit the notes, I'd sing a song of the quote. So cold it would make me famous. Alpha numero uno, looking at Jupiter's moons from a tour to El Dublin and pavements. Evergreen in the scene, so I project that. Some got a heart that we and I respect that. I'll keep the clobber so fresh, staying on to the debt we roll over. Instinctive skills, I use primitive speech. My message is definitive, unlimited reach. A derivative of vigorous teachings. Backstabbers circulate hidden within frivolous dealings. I've learned the hard way about malicious endeavors. Vicious and clever, eating on my mind. Now I'm fed up with carnivorous snakes. Getting lippy in my cyberspace. You need a step back and a message with a smiley face. It's contrived and fake, I'm standing up to the hate. Now my spine is straight, I used to try to define this hate. Climbing like the diamond rate, but that was my mistake. I watch the lads migrate as they live and they learn. Gone and they'll never return, so when they pick up the blower like how's it going at home, I wanna tell them all to leave me alone. Impervious to propaganda since our earliest thought. Subservient sheep to our murderous flock, preying on the weak with the guise of a merciless God. Fear is the medicine administered, the cure is converting us all. I wanna look further than Copernicus saw. Affirmative action, passing on the murkiest factions. I'm a territorial chap, possession of this flow, unignorable rap I'm gonna blow. Resolute recluse, dark dwelling deep in quarantine. This destitute city has me dreaming up a horror scene. I'll put my problems on beats, go beyond the cobble-lock streets, till the places fought your horn and didn't want you to see. Monologue and travesty, preaching with accuracy, carefully critiquing when I'm weaving the tapestry, breaching of the pieces causing parliament wars, while the junk cuts deeper than a samurai sword. Impressionable youths in a country that was governed based on Vatican laws. Now they couldn't fathom a god, they'd rather make a living through irrational causes, engulfed by satanical thoughts, never pausing to consider all the damage they cause. I guess Dublin is a capital lost. Impervious to propaganda since our earliest thought. Subservient sheep to our murderous flock, preying on the weak with the guise of a merciless God. Fear is the medicine administered, the cure is converting us all. I wanna look further than Copernicus saw. Affirmative action, passing on the murkiest faction. Snoop C never ever made a skillful sailor. Sinful behavior from the perpetrator. Have to instigate, escape, circle, change, or break ties when our sense lies plagiarized. 3 kings and a manger was told us hard fact. Now they wanna backtrack. Smacks a crack or admission of defeat. Elderly parishioners commissioning the beast, flicking fivers in a basket, submissive on their knees. A multi-billion organization promising eternal salvation. A product that we've never seen put on the table. Just a novel and a couple of fables. Alright, with an investigative style to expose those preaching their benevolence vile. Listen closer to the whispers of intelligent minds. St. Patrick brought snakes to the Emerald Isle. Impervious to propaganda since our earliest thought. Subservient sheep to our murderous flock, preying on the weak with the guise of a merciless God. Fear is the medicine administered, the cure is converting us all. I wanna look further than Copernicus saw. Affirmative action, passing on the murkiest factions. What's the point? Moaning and bitching, whispering, twisting, personas are shifting, flickering, morphing, stories distorting. I told her cut it out like I was talking abortion. Said I've had enough of it, it wasn't important. I'll be bending over backwards like performing contortions. I lean back in the chair, I'm not acknowledging. She ran her fingers down through her hair like she was modelling. She was making a point and I was making a joint. Flake of bacon, I was vacant. She's parading around using the phrase that she coined. And I was facing the ground, eyes glazed and annoyed. She had her head in the clouds, articulate speech. She could use this kind of knowledge for political reach. Or arguing in court for a kid on the street. Bargaining please, harbouring a fortune from acquiring fees. But she's doing the opposite. I told her aim high, be positive. Cause you could have the stars like make-believe, but you gotta have the faith to reach. And everybody has talent, not blatantly true, but that's what they're saying to the kids in our schools. A calling means more than a ring of your phone, and faith is just a myth unless you make it your own. I wasn't making the grades, now I'm making a name. And they can try to slow me down, but they won't take it away. Hey, be the person that you're meant to be, or get crushed like a centipede. Hear the snap of the lens, laughing with friends, capturing a millisecond after it ends. Her knuckle is bent and I struggle to tell where her arm started and the camera ends. Her mate had the doublest chin, but she was looking so thin. Beauty is aesthetic, but it comes from within. And she was taking the kind of pics that make the ugliest grin, and taking a frame that's breaking the pain that the heaviest they feel. I delivered her my opening statement. I told her she had talent and I hope she'd embrace it, but she came across colder than the snow on the pavement, engrossed on her phone checking notifications. She told me that I moaned a lot and she was busy using Photoshop. If she composed a plot and took photography courses, she could be a photojournalist and purchase the Porsches. But she's doing the opposite. I told her aim high, be positive. Cause you could have the stars like make-believe, but you gotta have the faith to reach. And everybody has talent, not blatantly true, but that's what they're saying to the kids in our schools. A calling means more than a ring of your phone, and faith is just a myth unless you make it your own. I wasn't making the grades, now I'm making a name. And they can try to slow me down, but they won't take it away. Hey, be the person that you're meant to be, or get crushed like a centipede. I guess I gotta follow my own advice. Got my crew with me and we're ready to mobilise. Talent on the mic that I got is bona fide. Feel the spirit in the room like a poltergeist. All this poetry I scribble is inherent to me, and I'ma keep on flowing till I'm 73. I could slave away or excel on a beat, then maybe I could make a living out of stretching my BK. I'm never doing the opposite. She told me aim high, be positive. Cause I could have the stars like make-believe, but I gotta have the faith to reach. For the dope shit, tired of the bogus, hopeless MCs, braggadocious, quoteless, scopeless 16s. Higher Jones over the potent beats, we got the fire like Mowgli. Hey, yeah, like Mowgli. Yeah, hey, keep it locked on the frequency and come dream with me. Yeah, young, free and fresh, 350 a week. I don't see no less and I don't need no stress. Stray beats, green tea and a cigarette. I live life like a silhouette. Black and white kind of Sprite, gonna wreck it tonight. I only get up on the beat if the melody's tight. And Taff got that in abundance. Beat makers, tapes are getting made redundant. Fairy tale flow, Rapunzel, drink, stutter and stumble. Barney Gumble, guzzle from a tumble of glass. Travelling the globe like Gulliver's lads. No boat, hill or hoe to the summit and back. Some are getting burned, culinary class. Live and learn, things turn, never stuck in the past. Move on, flick the channel, you can sing another song. Try study a graph, man, we lit. I'm in the mood of that. Brad and Taff mellowed out with the groovy chats. Check the groove's credentials and the true potential with the smoothest instrumental. I think I'm gonna doze off. La da, la da 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 da. Keep it locked on the frequency and come dream with me. La da 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 da. I grew up on the coast where the scenery's nice. Baby Brad lad, hashtag Seabury Heights. Chris away before the day I knew the meaning of Christ. Write rhymes cause you gotta keep a dream in your sights. Graduate, honours degree, cause the Grammys never honouring me. College was free, what's your excuse? Twice a week I let loose, feeling all peaches and cream. Damaged neck, noose, luggage, unemployed, lads blue in the face. Underqualified, applications get denied, dog can barely get them by. Broke suicide case, now rewind that, scan it again. That's called planning for the future. Rise early like a rooster at dawn. Start your favourite rap verses all crumble and crack, because you hear the same crap when you're doubling back. I'm in the mood of that. Brad and Taff mellowed out with the groovy chats. Check the groove's credentials and the true potential with the smoothest instrumental. I think I'm gonna doze off. La da, la da 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 da. Keep it locked on the frequency and come dream with me. La da 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 da. If I settle down, I'll be miserable. Youth is the truth and I'll hold on, nail and tooth. Every time I step in the boot, talk to the boys, they feel mutual. We're getting snookered like the crucible. We need elusive moves to elude these loons. Who'd rather have one in the womb than have one in the lamb? Raw one in a room, now he's one in a pram. Got one in a ring and now there's one on a hand, huh? That must have cost a fair whack. He preferred a bareback when he's slamming a board. Brass balls, big-headed like his caricature. I'm up front, Cascarino, over energetic libido. Up in the spot, trying to pull a mod, Jesse Valentino, I'll be having a pop. I'm in the mood of that. Brad and Taff mellowed out with the groovy chats. Check the groove's credentials and the true potential with the smoothest instrumental. I think I'm gonna doze off. La da, la da 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 da. Keep it locked on the frequency and come dream with me. La da 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 da. Bitter cold, waiting at the stop 4339. A familiar haunt, not as gaunt as the kid who queued here almost a decade previous. Not as mischievous, your pupils' cheekiness diminished while the other boys suffered from receding hairlines. I used to think mine inconvenient, unconventional. I used to think I was a genius, like most did. Family gap in the peripheral, they still haven't bulldoze the kip. Weeds grown a bit, we used to cop a quarter cube on tick. Then meet there, smoke a brick. No spliff, smoke box, still roach rich, cause is nicked. 50p mix, getting jellies in the shop. Brain cells, I used to think I had too many to rot. It took years for the penny to drop.
Once again it's on. Once again it's on.
Some of the lads grew up, got invigorated minds. Other boys grew up, got bigger in size. I have mates that made a killing off commissions of crime. Most of those had a sinister side. Take a walk with us in the decade mark 00. I used to pray for some stubble that would cover my spots. Petrified of rodents round bush, had my tracky bottoms tucked in my socks. Brown hash made grey streets, colourful spots. Caught in a web that had trapped us all. A great man once said you gotta stand or fall. I think tandem. There's a finite line between the net and the stanchion. Older brothers got us alcohol. Never set an example, immature, we could barely crawl. I was a score when it hit me like a cannonball. Thinking big crit shit like this can't be all.
Once again it's on.
Back when our classmates studied World War II, mass invasions, leaders and their stipulations, fascism and its grip on Europe's nations, propaganda and mural paintings. We were born and blazing hot rocks in a blue Cabrini. Didn't give a fuck about Mussolini, couldn't concentrate, we didn't have the patience. Congregating, foregoing any contemplating, boosting, scaling brick walls. Halloween trying to feast some timber when our knees were limber. Hallows Eve had to start again when it was confiscated. Now the publican's the council, and the wood is the wages we accumulate. Nothing new today, just a different form of robbery and gluttonous greed. Trust, it's not complicated.
Once again it's on. Once again it's on.
Check the heritage fellas, got no American nemesis. Getting left in the dust when I erupt from competitors. I could fly in a Pegasus, etiquette effortless. Synthetic celebrity shams, fakers telepathy scams. Indie listeners are telling us our demo merits a scam. Sin spitter, the devil's a fan, representing from the D to Seabury and all the rest of the clan. What? Check the pattern of thought, the subject matter doesn't matter when you're hammering a track. And you can carry it off like it was crafted by God. Have an animal crack, color critics like an activist attacking a man of the clot. Anarchy fraud, call me cannibal brag, cause I'll be eating them all. That's the protocol, get them all mauled. Oddball, I'll be off the wall and stick a fork in it, man.
With truth in the music, who can refuse it? Who keeps the fuse lit?
Feel it come from the heart, come together, then we're better than the sum of our parts, and that's a fact.
With truth in the music, who can refuse it? Who keeps the fuse lit?
Anonymity's children, talking to the lost souls still in the building.
Yo, we speak our minds, so some heads are bound to relate. Like how is it these empty vessels make the most sound of their fate? Man, I've a pounding headache, cause lads walking round acting like their souls on ice. Suffice to say, the price to pay for that, man, we don't dabble in, cause we're not some loose horses for the saddling. We're in it for the music, of course, and if you doubt that, well, I'd advise you to take your route back. Why? Cause times are changing, us once young fellas are raging, staying battling demons in the space that we're raised, and digging just to find some feel this and some wind up in the pocket. Skit, yo, with no signs of profit, but it's still on star kid. So in the meantime, in my free time, you can catch me bumping the Colvin. I ponder what you know, the episode's a soul train. Don't need to hear his harp on, let's your blood is cold train.
With truth in the music, who can refuse it? Who keeps the fuse lit?
Feel it come from the heart, come together, then we're better than the sum of our parts, and that's a fact.
With truth in the music, who can refuse it? Who keeps the fuse lit?
Anonymity's children, talking to the lost soul still in the building. I'm in a bad place, Taaffeman the bass, I'm on an album vibe. Left the standard tapes behind, frantic state of mind. Animate with rhyme, laminate and frame the sheet that I scribbled on. Dope flows in the scope, don't sing along. Making waves, no billabong. Little mong, headed MCs, you can lick a schlong, hit a bong. Got your missus coming out that little tongue. Gifted like a box, you put a ribbon on, been a dawn. Omitting your crew, the shit slick, my producer sounds sicker than you. The very first time you put a vocal down. Massive head of wanker, man, an anchor couldn't hold me down. I'd say who holds the crown, but that's brutal. Useless, Taff and your bugle, truthful. Crew couldn't hold me back, and fake acts already know the crack, and that's that.
Truth in the music, who can refuse it? Who keeps the fuse lit?
Feel it come from the heart, come together, then we're better than the sum of our parts, and that's a fact.
With truth in the music, who can refuse it? Who keeps the fuse lit?
Anonymity's children, talking to the lost soul still in the building.
Coming out of a club, breaking up with girlfriends, and it's usually the chaos or the disaster that element of beauty shines through the music.
They say tears are words the heart can't express, and true wealth is a measure of your happiness. Worry is a wasted emotion, but it dominates. Birthing ulcers in your stomach, putting wrinkles on your face. In the beginning of a century where visuals are evident, the culture of celebrity when slim is what you're meant to be, and your identity's a product that you market and sell, till you harvest yourself. Or the millennials born in the boom, adore to consume. A million listens to a tune you record in your room. The planet's smaller than the view the Apollo crew got when they orbited the moon. And it's almost like we're getting number. Temperate this end of summer, telephones don't need a number. Attached to our devices and we revel in drama. Stay connected through the cellular data.
And it's another drop in the ocean, so long and further away. We've been in and out of all the commotion. Champagne in the potion, I keep it rotating.
Your life is had a bigger part and I define them on lines. You paint the picture by yourself, I summarize to the sign. The words I order cook inside to the blind. We will uplift you. Yeah, I've felt intimacy, love is like literally life's biggest mystery. Something of a myth to me, complexities and intricacies. I look at substance over sympathy. You see up on the TV screen the shifter that a kiss can be. Fireworks and symphonies, sonnets are sporadically sung. Where I'm from, it's more tobacco flavoured tongues. battling for real estate, drunk in the back of a club, and that's the peak of it. Sure, I've been hurt, I fucking reek of it. I see the culprits on my newsfeed, man, I should think about deleting it. I've done some things I couldn't think about repeating, kid. But that's a part of life of growing up and getting stronger. If I was starting life, I'd probably fuck up to it wronger. I watch the hands on the clock, they might mechanically stop. Girl, I think I'll stick around a little longer tonight.
I'm just another drop in the ocean, so long-term further away, weaving in and out of all the commotion. Champagne and the potion, I keep floating.
Your life is hard, I pick apart and I define my lines. You paint the picture by yourself, I summarize to the sign. The words I utter cook inside to the blind. We will uplift you. I guess you know when somebody's for you, when you can love them for their imperfections. I guess you know it's the end of the road when you fabricate and misdirect them. Truth is where you place your fate. Nowadays we communicate minimally face to face. I mean, it's so impersonal, not that it hurts at all. We never talk, but I see your whole life. Remember when you were the first to call? If I was in a pickle, missus, you would solve the riddle. Chillin', watching Malcolm in the middle, giggling at the box. Everybody took a tip when I ship it to Russ. Write a rhyme, scribble in a spider diagram, and all I really wanna do is put it on your diaphragm. I'm so cold you could catch your death. I made a stone, not statuesque on Big Brad.
I'm just another drop in the ocean, so long-term further away, weaving in and out of all the commotion. Champagne and the potion, I keep floating.
Your life is hard, I pick apart and I define my lines. You paint the picture by yourself, I summarize the design. The words I utter cook inside to the blind. We will uplift you.
I keep floating.
I saw the vultures, I heard them cry, I heard them shouting.
When I look at tough guys from exasperation, need to bet on my ethic for my body to beat, but dedicate a wobbly feet. When a rapper that I listen to acknowledges tweets that I send free speech, and I vent too deep like a trench, lose sleep 7 days in the week and I'm spent. I need a relaxing and a different accent, and these last 4 tracks are a rep that I can't lift, cracker that I can't shift, maze that I can't navigate. In the hazy mist, abrasiveness is coming off like I never gave a shit. Complaining versus sounding mundane, and fear of striking now has me self-restrained. I'm rather bail than fail and make you feel the tale, like every bit of it was scripted in braille. This is the anthem, the opera, the phantom, Brad and Taaffeman to make way while landing. A secret is a burden that can cripple a man. About time we put a gift in your hand. Next year we be kids in the mind, gig in the land, we got an intricate plan. This is the anthem, Brad and Taaffeman. Make way while landing, summoning strength that I never knew I had. Kid, backflip, rap skills, tracks looking mad rip. Trying to get myself inside a pussy like I'm catnip. Go with jigger flow cause I got a set of fat lips. Cleverer sentences are a prerequisite evident when I treat the beat with benevolence. Another level, developing perfection is pessimistic as the media. Dealing with Wikipedia-philia, soaking in the knowledge like a bounty sheet, then regurgitate lyrics cause they sound so sweet. I try to calculate everything around me. Didn't wanna write a rap but it found me. Now it's every bit a part of me, has my DNA, C-R-A-I-C until we A-C-K. The ghost cause I'm already dead. I'm trying to get these lyrics out of my head. This is the anthem, the opera, the phantom, Brad and Taaffeman to make way while landing. A secret is a burden that can cripple a man. About time we put a gift in your hand. Next year we be kids in the mind, gig in the land, we got an intricate plan. This is the anthem, Brad and Taaffeman. Make way while landing, feeling like I'm running on on an empty tank, trying to break out of these shackles with a lengthy shank. I suppressed the skank that I thought that I was meant to thank. Coming for these rappers that think that they could better my rank. Achieve nothing, kid, your record is blank, but I've a fresh start. I'm a sweetheart, and your chick is looking like a character out of a retard's dream. Dark in the depth of night after necking too much cheese tart. Be smart, leave it to Brad, the flow's Baghdad. Magic, no sin, bad, tragic when I put the heel full on the gas. I got Paro, stopped sucking the grass. I was an addict, now I'm a snail on the move. Coming out of my shell, I can't lose, now I'm out of that hell. 2012 is in the end, it's the infancy. This is my epiphany, every single bit of me. This is the anthem, the opera, the phantom. Brad and Taaffeman to make way, we're landing. A secret is a burden that can cripple a man. About time we put a gift in your hand. Next year we be kids in the man. Kicking the line, we got an intricate plan. This is the anthem, Brad and Taaffeman. Make way, we're landing. San Francisco Bridge. People collect old bottles, refuse in a bin, trying to act as if they'll save the planet, as if plastic bags and aluminium cans rival tsunamis on Dominican lands. Brown bin waste could cement the earth, shake at a quake when the plates go 98. Straight lace men a hate road, straight front line on the church's gate, encouraging the fucking R word. A higher power can't control that, or the bomb blast, the distribution of cash, or the flowers of poets that make a song smash. Comrades, half of the pads on the constant, feel the wrath of immaculate sacrilegious antics that never made my path switch. Monetary motives, giving hope to the hopeless, funds still rolling in the roads that approach us, claiming that they're chosen. My soul was cold but now it's frozen. Atrocities, less sloppily committed than the robberies the mob have been convicted of. Poison in a parish with a pure conviction and a work of fiction. If Jesus materialized in tangible form on the third day, reborn and appeared a 5 ton and then the paw, then how have 2,000 years of wars and tears past, paupers years snatched from sheer poverty without a second emergence or an answer to a beckoning call? I'm second guessing it all at the surface. Easter Sunday is a novelty where we celebrate a fictional character, the one that delivers the answers as reality. As a man risen from the dead that broke bread with a family, ignoring sexuality, traveling, combating poverty to get the casualties fed. The myth of immortality irrationally spread, while the truth is triviality, you're being misled. Monetary motives, giving hope to the hopeless, funds still rolling in the roads that approach us, claiming that they're chosen. My soul was cold but now it's frozen. Atrocities, less sloppily committed than the robberies the mob have been convicted of. Poison in a parish with a pure conviction and a work of fiction. Each to their own, I suppose I'll stay tolerant, on an island where the monasteries were prominent. Growing up around here, fate's moderate, rarely even commented on by my generation. For the North, it's a symbol of enslavement, and I'd hate you if you're Protestant, cause it's linked to your origin, your bloodline. Guns pumped and took lives, governments looked but stood by. Deaf ears, blind eyes on the front line, dedication to the covenant. Novels, false promises, collection baskets, in-house ballot box connected. Pastors occupy the conclave, sworn to serve the Lord but ignore reform. And furthermore, control the next member of the clergy elite. Let's sit in the seat until you get on your knees and pray. Monetary motives, giving hope to the hopeless. Funds the rodents in the roads that approach us, claiming that they're chosen. My soul was cold but now it's frozen. Atrocities, less sloppily committed than the robberies the mob have been convicted of. Poison in a parish with a pure conviction and a work of fiction. Smell emitted from the leather and the hardwood exterior. Weather getting drearier, racking up the hours to keep her in the Michael cause. Timepieces, their furniture is Swedish, ornaments and porcelain vases. He never got tired of the look on their faces when she walked in, draped in that Karl Lagerfeld. Women shooting daggers at her prior to the pitter patter. Now she that tree, still getting rubbernecked on the street. He took a key from his pocket and scooped that Colombian cut from a tin on the dash. Getting into the stash, had to get back on the ball. His secretary setting up a conference call, and he'd be lying like Pinocchio. The Yamaha in Tokyo and Panama, the owner of a corpo out in Dallas and a senator in Paris. Society's elite, to him they were dim-witted, dim-lit as the street. He asserted himself through his figures of speech, dissecting any opposition, making them weak. He swiveled his wheel, accelerated with his tippy toes, lifting his heel. Then it all got slow like a sprint in a dream, spinning out of control, darkness swallowed him whole. We never give a thought to our own fragility, thinking like our time's infinity. If you care about someone, you provide the stability. It's time to confess our selfishness, show a little humility. Greed becomes our ability, breeding villainy legitimately. You feeling me? Three tainted lives, survive seeing the light, and one never even gets a glimpse. She hated dating, spouting life summations, needed stimulation from a conversation. Cabernet Sauvignon helped numb the monotony. These middle-aged suitors wanna make themselves monopolies, possibly see her hair in a veil. Her friend said you're never too old for a fairy tale. As long as you have health, you can write it yourself, girl. All that mattered to her now was her son 12, couldn't be her young self. She had pictures of her husband on her bookshelf, couldn't take him down. He lived through her seat, same open frown. Every now and then she'd see him and she'd broken down. She'd been excessive this evening, the day had her confidence bleeding. She was late to pick up a boy and she was seething, speeding, heavy breathing. Left a fake number and she told him she was leaving. Kissed him on the cheek and he looked like he was creaming. Turned her right off like a kettle when it's steaming. Her phone beeped, had a beep, saw it was a known creep. Hung up, looked up, saw a figure stumbling too slowly, right in her path. Hit it and it all went black. We never give a thought to our own fragility, thinking like our time's infinity. If you care about someone, you provide the stability. It's time to confess our selfishness, show a little humility. Greed becomes our ability, breeding villainy legitimately. You feeling me? Three tainted lives, survive seeing the light, and one never even gets a glimpse. It was dull day, they were content with getting no pay, sitting in the local reminiscing over cold place, Middix and a vodka tea. This is everywhere they wanted to be. 16 when he spotted her initially, still developing physically. They came here every week habitually. The last decade still felt like the 10th day. A fella blew her away like a leaf in the wind. cracking through the Malay, and she was sending kind. They were intertwined in their prime. They fall out of love quicker if you hit rewind. He made a little comment and she didn't respond, but he knew what she was thinking through the infinite bond. She was angry at him now, we could see her getting flustered. Bag under the arm, told him fuck yeah, and she ducked it. Silk up between her fingertips, thrust into her little lips. She crossed the road to get a packet, jiggling her bigger hips. He said she hadn't noticed the weight, she couldn't keep it off. It was getting to the point she didn't eat at all. Didn't know she was eating for a second life. Felt the bumper on her hamstrings, sent her flying like she had wings. A second life that would never survive. Never give a thought to her own fragility, thinking like her time's infinity. If you care about someone, you provide the stability. It's time to confess our selfishness, show a little humility. Greed becomes our ability, breeding villainy legitimately, you feeling me? Three tainted lives, survive seeing the light, and one never even gets a glimpse. Is a masterpiece, magnificent beast, splash of colour cast on a blank canvas sheet. Taff said, this could be our last release, do you believe that? He must have had sodium chloride caught between his ring finger and his tongue. You'd be safer walking in the bada bing, flinging the gun, than telling Brad that he can't deliver the buns. This one's for the estate that raised me, all the women I betrayed that forgave me. When every move I made pertained to getting hazy. It's never too late to change, coming fresh out of a slice of society's divide. See the hunger in my belly through the fire in my eyes, the pride in my ticker in the flicker of flame. I walk away and you remember the name. I take it back to the roots, that's all that I got. My future's like a film that's been already shot, cause I know the outcome, bound to the ground that I walk, and all the characters surrounding the plot. I know who's real and I see these snakes, and the crew know too, we don't need these fakes. We've been at it since back at the start, and they know my number off by heart. Struggled as a team to find a real direction or a meaningful connection, cast in the shadows like they needed perfection. I felt like I never belonged, inspected, rejected, then they severed the bond. I sent a message but they never respond, like they didn't have time enough. Don't fight, you can rise above. When they pick you up, that's a sign of trust. I got the boys at the core like a Granny Smith book, same heads for a decade or more. I know Taff since when I was 4 or before, when his little fist used to knock on my door. The girls used to cackle at me, calling me frigid. Now they're looking all seductive, trying to give me the digits. Guess they lived and learned, get the armbands out, Mrs. Bridges born. I take it back to the roots, that's all that I got. My future's like a film that's been already shot, cause I know the outcome, bound to the ground that I walk, and all the characters surrounding the plot. I know who's real and I see these snakes, and the crew know too, we don't need these fakes. We've been at it since back at the start, and they know my number off by heart. I feel like this is the year I'm assured in the way that I carry myself. Everything's changed last calendar 12, from the residue left in the barrels of beer to the peak of my physical health. Don't let anybody halt your progress, make them stop and notice, watch them swarm like a pack of locusts. Gotta navigate a route, I know the road is tough, flooded and it feels like it's sloping up, but I got people in my circle that would soak it up. Every time I apologize they quote the hook, I'm sorry. Shoulda, woulda, coulda, brother, guess you can't define life. Dwelling on mistakes, you're not utilising hindsight. I was frustrated by the things they said I'd never get. I said fuck it, I know when I got them anyway. I take it back to the roots, that's all that I got. My future's like a film that's been already shot, cause I know the outcome, bound to the ground that I walk, and all the characters surrounding the plot. I know who's real and I see these snakes, and the crew know too, we don't need these fakes. We've been at it since back at the start, and they know my number off by heart. Yes, and that's the bones of it. Don't let anybody project their limitations on you. Have the courage to become that person you envy. They said we never finished this album. Shit, we probably thought we'd never even see each other again. 16 years ago, knocking a slither up and down Seabury Heights with John Connor. Your sister crying her eyes out like Drumcondra was the other side of the world. Shout outs to all the lads that made this happen. Karl Murray, tireless in the studio making us sound crispy. Maxwell on the visuals, Marsh on the bass and the artwork, Shorty on the guitar, Froggy for the reintroduction, Dusty Residence. Take it back to the roots, that's all that I got. My future's like a film that's been already shot, cause I know the outcome, bound to the ground that I walk, and all the characters surrounding the plot. I know who's real and I see these snakes, and the crew know too, we don't need these fakes. We've been at it since back at the start, and they know my number off by heart. Navigated to the edge of a cliff, you're still hanging on. Put perfection on the page, I'll treat the song like it's a marathon. Refreshing the waves and we replenish your catalogue, that real shit. Behold your victor colder than a polar winter overdose, and so we walk alone in snow with swollen blisters. Rolling candlelight, like the older scripture, I'm an antichrist. Joseph's sister, the conclusion to the prequel of the masterpieces. A demon in its own right, modesty's curse. You can't bicker with the body of work. From the pit of my gut to the keys and the trumpets, blood, sweat and the drum kicks. I mean it honestly hurt. Patching for the poetry, insatiable thirst. Jabuka runs this. Every molecule of spirit flooded into the arsenal, down to the littlest particles. Look at the stars at the top of the article. You can dream when you fall asleep, or you can do it while you're wide awake and lit at shit.